All right, so I made it to Virginia, and I brought the tank, and I brought the drill and all the brushes, things like that. These are the ones that attach to the drill, and then I have some hand ones as well. But I'm gonna get this paint taken off and get it ready for paint. And not gonna lie, this green is kind of growing on me a little bit, but I think the red is just gonna look a whole lot nicer. But this is the before, and then I can show you underneath it. Underneath it is the nasty part. Yeah. And then I'll show you the after when I get done. And I was able to get these emblems off as well. There were just 2 little pins, had to kind of get underneath it and pop it off. And there's this dent here also. I'm thinking before I paint, I can get something from the inside out. I mean, I don't know, maybe heat it up or just kind of push on it and pop it back out. And if that doesn't work, then I've done some work with Bondo in the past. Just get this all cleaned up and ready for red. All right, so we're back with an update. I put about 2 hours into this so far. Did an hour yesterday and an hour today, and the top portion is done. So as you can see, it works very well. There's still that little dent that I'm gonna have to figure out, but I was able to get the gas cap off and the little petcock on the bottom off, and just kind of rolling with this drill. This wire one works okay for the little, smaller spots, and then the hand one obviously for the drill cannot reach. But this guy right here, I picked it up at Advanced Auto Parts for 10 bucks, and it works really well. It takes the paint and the rust right off. It's so fast. The nylon one didn't work so well, and these wire ones work okay. It just takes forever. So I think I found that to be the best option. The gas cap was a pain to take off. There was a pin here that just would not come out, and you kind of had to hit it. So I used a nail to get it started, and then I got some needle nose pliers here and a hammer and popped it right out. There's Dad grinding away on his project, and we are rolling right along. The bottom half here, this is gonna be a little bit longer, especially all these little angles and smaller spaces. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. But yeah, Kobe Bryant, I'm not smiling, the job's not done. We're getting there, it ain't done yet. So I'm gonna get back after it, and then I will post a final video once it's ready to be primed. All right, so this is the final product. This is how she looks. The bottom took 4 hours, so altogether it was just about 6 hours. And this dent's still in it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but it's looking a lot better than it did. You can see the bottom. All these crevices down here made it really difficult to get to. I was trying all these different attachments, and I got the majority of it. And then this over here, it was very difficult. So I think this is gonna be as good as it gets. Slap a little bit of primer on it, slap a little bit of paint on it, call it a day. These 3M paint and rust strippers, it worked really, really well. I highly recommend these. This one was the old one, and it had about 1 inch of material left, and I used these down, both of them, to the metal. This is the packaging. This is what it looks like, but highly recommend it. And I finished off the top with some Scotch-Brite and some steel wool. So I think that's gonna look really good. Really, really good. Let's see. Other than that, I'm still gonna go with that ruby red, or the dark red. And on the bottom, I'm probably gonna do some sort of, super rust resistant black paint or something, just because this is where the majority of the rust was, and to prevent that rust from coming back or having to do this again, I'm really gonna spray this with some rust resistant paint, and if water gets in between the tank and the frame, the rust isn't gonna come back. But there she is. About to have some dinner, call it a day. And the parts, that page and a half of parts that I ordered, the fuel lines and the fuel filter came today. The tires are coming Monday, and everything else is either coming Monday or Tuesday. So I found the tires on Amazon for 115 bucks for the set, and the battery was like 40 bucks on Amazon, as opposed to buying them for hundreds of dollars on the website. So saved me a couple bucks there. Just got the dimensions of the battery offline, and found a battery that was very similar. And then the tires, obviously they're the same size. But that's the next step, and I don't know if I'm going to paint this myself or if I'm going to send it to someone and have them paint it for me. But yeah, my work here is done.